Explanation of the book, The Fulfilled Work Life, The Path to Well-Being at Work, by Kelly McKean. I will explain the book in a narrative and analytical style that is both simple and profound chapter by chapter, with examples, life projections, and intellectual reflections, as if we were recounting a profound experience. Introduction to the book. Why don't we feel comfortable at work? Have you ever felt like your work consumes you rather than gives you life? That you wake up every day feeling like you're dragging yourself along? Have you ever wondered, why don't I enjoy my job even though it appears to be good? Kelly McKean poses this question, not content with superficial answers, but delves into the depths of the human psyche. Kelly believes that the fundamental reason many people struggle at work is the neglect of the deep psychological motivations that people need to feel good, alive, and meaningful. She doesn't see the problem in individuals, but rather in environments that are run as if humans were mere production machines without feelings, desires, or inner privacy. Chapter 1. What we really miss at work. What we miss most is not salaries or benefits, but rather the feeling that we are respected as people, not as numbers. That we have a voice. That our efforts are visible. That what we do has meaning. The author documents the extent of the silent suffering experienced by workers, many of whom smile on the outside but collapse internally. This is not because they are weak, but because they lack something deeper than rewards, genuine human feeling. Chapter 2. What drives a human being from within? The author presents a central idea that every human being carries within them a set of innate drives. If these drives are met, they feel happy, belonging, and content. If they are ignored, they feel distressed, stressed, and extinguished. These motivations are not superficial things, but rather fundamental needs such as 1. Freedom, to feel that you are not completely controlled, but rather that you own your decisions. 2. Belonging, to feel accepted, welcomed, and loved. 3. Empowerment, to feel capable and that you are good at what you do. 4. Meaning, to feel that what you do has a higher purpose. 5. Appreciation, to have someone notice you, thank you, and see your efforts. 6. Growth, to feel that you are progressing, not running in the same place. 7. Clarity, to know what is required of you without ambiguity and confusion. 8. Alignment, to ensure that your work aligns with your values and principles. Kelly says that these motivations are like psychological oxygen, invisible but essential for staying healthy and well. Chapter 3. When our motivations are ignored, what happens? This is where suffering begins. When a person is denied self-expression, growth, freedom, and appreciation, they begin to silently erode. The result? Unjustified mental fatigue, excessive irritability, loss of passion, aversion to work and life, an internal breakdown that is difficult to explain. The author gives vivid examples of people who suffered without understanding the true cause until they discovered that the problem wasn't with them, but rather with an environment that didn't satisfy their motivations. Chapter 4. Leaders and employees. Who's responsible? The author goes on to deeply criticize traditional management methods. The manager who watches you instead of trusting you. The leader who dispenses orders without question. Policies that treat everyone as if they were identical copies. All of this leads to the death of internal motivation. Kelly proposes a revolutionary idea. A true leader is one who knows the motivations of each individual on their team and creates an environment that nurtures these motivations. That is, true leadership lies not in control, but in consciously caring for each individual according to their needs. Chapter 5. How do we apply this model in practice? The author doesn't limit herself to theory, but delves into the practical side. She suggests simple yet profound steps. 1. Start by understanding yourself. What motivates you? What makes you happy? What turns you off? 2. Ask your employees. What matters to them? When do they feel good? 3. Design a flexible environment. Don't impose a one-size-fits-all approach. Don't impose endless meetings on those who like to work individually. Don't leave those who need clarity in a state of ambiguity. 4. Review your policies. Do they reflect true humanity, or are they just cold paper? Chapter 6. Testing your personal motivations. The author offers a practical method for understanding which motivations are most important to you. Not everyone is driven by the same reasons. Example: one person is motivated by appreciation, another seeks meaning, and a third cares about nothing more than freedom. Knowing your motivations helps you ask for what you need and express yourself in a mature way. Chapter 7. How do we create a humane work culture? Culture isn't about slogans, but rather about recurring daily behavior. The culture the author proposes is based on deep respect for each person, acceptance of differences, encouragement of self-expression, not insulting feelings, treating people as human beings, not as tools. This culture starts at the top and gradually spreads to everyone. Chapter 8. True Transformation Stories. The most beautiful thing about the book are these real-life stories. Like an employee who was about to quit because he was feeling stifled and lacked freedom. Until his manager changed the way he worked and gave him space, he became one of the most productive people. Or a manager who thought frequent meetings were a sign of discipline, until she realized that some of her team was being drained by these meetings. She changed her approach and performance immediately improved. Chapter 9. What is the employee's role in this equation? The employee also has a responsibility to understand their motivations, not to remain silent about pain, to seek communication, and to create their own environment, not wait for it. The author says, you are not just a victim of your place, you are also its creator. Chapter 10. The Biggest Dream. A work environment that resembles humans. The author dreams of a future where work itself is redefined. A work that resembles life, not opposes it. A place that resembles you, not marginalizes you. She believes that the beginning begins with a simple question. What do I really need to be well? Conclusion. This book is a wake-up call. A call for every manager to reconsider their approach. A call for every employee to come to terms with their motivations. An invitation to every organization to remember that it is dealing with human beings. It is a book summed up in one sentence. When a person's motivation is met, he blossoms, and everything around him blossoms.